do not put your hands on me. I have 25,000 followers. I have 25,000 followers that are going to watch this.
Another day, another trial by mob. But this time, the mob goes against the person who posted the video that went viral. You may have seen me defending Chef Luke Sung, who got cancelled by TikToker Carla Marcotte over the last week. If not, do look at those videos. But this time, the crowd is not on the TikToker's side, or Instagrammer this time. The would-be social media star is Peter Nguyen. Don't attack me, Vietnamese people, for how I pronounce that. And he got caught vaping in an airplane toilet. So here's what happened.
It's a hazardous
But I was actually sitting on the toilet. You were opening the door.
I don't care.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
You can keep saying you're sorry, but I'm here to
I got it.
all these
Yes, I got it. Yes.
Okay, so it'll be on you, and I
Yes.
see you're recording.
That's fine.
Right
You're not
now.
allowed to do that. Hey,
Please record doing that.
did you put your hands on me? She just put her hands on
No,
me.
she did
Yes,
not.
she did. She put her hands on
Why
me.
are
She
you
tried to grab my phone.
You're not
No,
supposed to be
but
smoking
yes, but
in
she
here.
put her hands on me. I have a lawyer. I am a lawyer.
Well, that's
I
fine,
am
but
a lawyer.
You can't smoke in here. You know that very well,
Yes.
don't you?
Yes, I'm sorry, but you do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands on me. You do not put your hands on me. I have 25,000 followers. I have 25,000 followers that are going to watch this. Yes, I know. That's my bad. Yes, you did. You pulled it right over my chest. Yes, I have it on video. I was recording. So do you want me to release this, or you want to say sorry to me right now? Say sorry. Do not touch me. You do not get to touch a passenger. And I was in the restroom. You were opening the door. No. I'm actually going to call the police when I get back to the ground on you. Yes, you do not put your hands on a passenger. You do not put your hands on a passenger. You reached over me. You tried to grab my phone. You assaulted me. She assaulted me. This flight attendant assaulted me, everybody. This flight attendant assaulted me. She put her hands on me.
Have a seat.
You are in so much trouble.
Have a seat.
You're in so much trouble. You know that?
Have a seat.
You're in a lot of trouble.
Have a seat.
Yeah.
So this dude tried to pull a Carla. Pulling a Carla. That is a new term that we must adopt across our society. To pull a Carla is to fake a meltdown for social media in order to generate a takedown of the person who offended you. So let's analyze in detail why this failed so miserably for Peter. Unlike Carla, who successfully managed to manipulate the entire world. The first factor should be extremely obvious to anybody who watched both videos. It's the fact that Peter filmed the evidence, whereas with Carla, we just heard her false account of what happened. So one was hearsay, the other one we saw with our eyes. But Carla didn't lose her rag. She was icy, cool, calm, and collected. But this dude had a way over dramatic tantrum, which immediately would have lost him tons of support. Not only that, but he blatantly lied. And we know Carla lied now as well, but we saw that he was lying because we could see that the flight attendant didn't touch him, but he said she assaulted him. And here is where I'm going to speak somewhat in Peter's defense. Some people do spaz out like that if you sort of make towards them as if you're going to touch them. A lot of people with severe autism cannot be touched by strangers. And I suspect that this guy is autistic. We cannot bully people with mental retardations. That is so unwoke, right? Shame on you guys. I mean, did you see when he claimed that he was a lawyer? One of the top comments on Instagram, someone was saying, if your lawyer looks like that, you're losing that case. That's very mean. Although it's probably true, but you know, be kind. And of course, his hilarious claim about having 20,000 followers, as if that exempts him from the rules of aviation. Especially after the whole Luke Sung thing though, right? Where the value of somebody's follower count was like a key component in the whole affair. Like you can't have it both ways, right? You can't claim one week that follower count is meaningless and then the next week that your follower count makes you exempt from the rules of aviation, right? But let's talk about the Luke Sung in this incident, the flight attendant. Her tone wasn't really kissing his ass the way Carla Marcotte wanted Luke Sung to kiss her ass, right?
I was actually sitting on the toilet.
It
You were
doesn't
opening the
matter.
door.
I don't care.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
You can keep saying you're
Yes.
sorry, but I'm here about
I got
all
it.
these
Yes,
passengers.
I got it.
But here's an interesting irony. Luke Sung was cancelled because he behaved like a typical Hong Kong chef. Direct. Ain't gonna kiss your feet just because you're some hot shot on TikTok. In this case, we've got flight attendant who is very direct. These days, it's quite common to get told off by your stern, matronly, mature flight attendant, right? I'm not judging them, I'm just describing them objectively, right? So let's now see a video that Peter posted in response to all the hate he received after this video went viral.
Now, when we came to America, my family lived in a one-bedroom apartment. Like all four of us. And then we had to share a place with like my great uncle and my uncle just to be able to pay Section 8. All the hurtful stuff, it's like so unwarranted because I've had to work so hard to get here. At the end of the day, you know, like we're all just hardworking people and like this is what the American dream is about. We finally did it, Dad. We finally did it. So, you know, you guys can drag my name through the mud and you can say everything you want to say about me. But I'm never changing who I am, so you're gonna have to get used to that.
Good on him. You don't need to change who you are. What happened was really awful. I mean, sure, it was wrong of you to smoke, or I think he vaped in the toilet because it's against the rules. But he obviously didn't know the rules at the time he ducked into the toilet to do that. And it's very humiliating to have somebody bust down the door while you're sat on the toilet. He says he was exposed to other passengers. Imagine if that was you, how upset you would get, right? You wouldn't think about the reasons why they forced open that door. You wouldn't think about the rules of aviation at that point, would you? You would just think that they committed an atrocity. So now for the final part of my analysis, I'm going to read out Peter's statement to the public. On August 4th, 2025, during a flight from Phoenix to San Francisco, something happened that I never thought I'd experience. While I was in the lavatory, the door was unlocked and opened twice without my consent, leaving me exposed to other passengers. My phone was taken from me and my recording was stopped. Days later, before another flight, I was pressured into deleting footage related to the incident in order to be allowed to board. That is an overstepping. This experience has been deeply distressing, emotionally, professionally, and financially. I've lost major clients, am undergoing therapy, and am now speaking out to make sure no passenger has to go through this again. So even when you're hearing one side of the story or the other, or even both, you're only getting a little snippet of the full event. And we need to know the full context and all the nuance that is missing from these short videos. And that's the sort of thing that would happen in a court of law, right? They would examine all the evidence. But with cancel culture, that doesn't happen. You go straight to guilty verdict and punishment. So there you have my analysis of this week's trial by mob. Let me know what you thought. Do leave me your comments. Thank you for watching.